Good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor hosts United Kingdom's Foreign Secretary in first diplomatic mission to Africa. Federal government excludes federal tertiary institutions from integrated personnel and payroll information system. On the foreign scene, United Kingdom plans fee hike for universities in 2025. And in sports, federal government vows to protect citizens in Libya amid CAF's ruling. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has received the United Kingdom's Foreign Secretary David Lammy in a courtesy call at the State House in Marina, hours after the British envoy arrived in Nigeria in his first trip to Africa to discuss UK's new approach to the continent. Lammy, who was accompanied by the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Richard Montgomery, and his deputy, Johnny Baxter, said Lagos became his first port of call in his Africa tour, given the centuries-old relationships between the two countries. The Foreign Secretary said the socio-cultural and economic relationship between the United Kingdom and Nigeria was second to none, pointing out that Lagos had a huge number of families with relatives in London and other parts of the UK, with the mutual dealings further strengthened in business, remittances and finance cooperation. Lammy, who said his visit was to further enhance the bilateral ties between the two countries, creating mutual understanding that would unlock more opportunities for both sides in thriving trade relations, said the UK is looking forward to a new partnership with Lagos, an expansion of clean energy consumption which will help the city bolster its adaptation to climate change.
Deep sea port and other things, we want to see more over the coming months and years. And of course, in this age of climate, as we also see growth in energy, particularly clean energy, there is possibilities between companies that want to invest here in Lagos as well. I'm very pleased that my dear friend Sadiq Khan, the Mayor of London, is working so closely with Lagos, and we see Transport for London also working in partnership with you over this next horizon and this next period particularly.
On the spot, Governor Sanwo-Olu told the visiting British envoy that the new UK's trade approach aligned with the state's growth plan, noting that Lagos possessed a huge population of creative and dynamic young people yearning for new opportunities across sectors. The governor said the state government had sustained an investment in knowledge-based training opportunities for young people to develop their talents and make their skills lucrative in modern economic order.
We need to probably just be able to take that forward and be able to build, both on that diasporan side, but more importantly, on the government side, and create an opportunity for businesses to grow and to thrive. What we have as a clear advantage in Nigeria, especially in Lagos, is the sheer number of a young, dynamic population that we see, and the yearning, for new opportunities globally.
Governor Sanwo-Olu shared business opportunities waiting to be harnessed in waste management, stressing that Lagos grapples with over 10,000 metric tons of waste daily, which could serve as raw materials for companies converting waste to clean energy. Lagos State government has announced that traffic will be diverted at Loop 1 on the Apapa-bound lane and Loop 4 on the Badagry-bound lane at Mile 2 for a duration of 15 months. This is for the construction work of the Transport Interchange Terminal that will integrate rail, water, bus and non-motorized transportation. Commissioner for Transportation, Oluwaseun Oshiemi, said the commencement date for the construction is scheduled from Monday 11th November 2024 to Monday 16th February 2026, while assuring that the diversion routes have been well marked with signs to assist motorists navigate their destinations. Oshiemi also confirmed that officers of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority will be on ground along the affected routes to oversee traffic flow. He advised motorists to cooperate with the interventions put in place to minimize inconveniences. Ahead of the upcoming festive season, the federal government, through the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FRMA, has launched a major road repair initiative to improve traffic flow across federal highways nationwide. Showing the flag of Operation Connect to Your Destination Phase 2 in Kano State, FRMA Managing Director Chukwuemeka Agbasi outlined the project's targets. By the end of the exercise, FRMA aims to patch 18,085 square meters of road surface. The agency had strategically mapped out traffic-prone areas, prioritizing them for maintenance to ensure the maximum positive impact on road users. Head of FRMA's Direct Labor Department, Sani Abdul Kadir, noted that the roadworks are scheduled for completion by mid-December to avoid interruptions during the Yuletide. The Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Council, FCCPC, has promised to do all within its powers to ensure the rights and inclusiveness of all Nigerians. Its Deputy Director of Consumer and Business Education, Nwafo Anthony, stated this in Abuja while speaking at a policy roundtable on financial inclusion for persons with disabilities organized by the Consumer Advocacy and Empowerment Foundation, CADEF. Nwafo said the council is already engaging in several campaigns aimed at drawing the need to ensure inclusivity and also provide an adequate environment for persons with special needs to access all sorts of services without any form of discrimination. In our remarks, CADEF Executive Director Chiso Ndokwe Okafo stressed the need to urgently address the challenges faced by persons with disabilities in accessing digital financial services. Now to the rest of the stories. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, OAGF, has confirmed the deactivation of the Integrated Personnel and Payroll Information System, IPS, for federal tertiary institutions. This follows the federal government's decision to remove these institutions from the IPS platform. Director of Press and Public Relations at the OAGF, Bawa Mokwa, said this in an interview with journalists. Mokwa also emphasized that workers' welfare remains a top priority, assuring that no misleading or panic-inducing instructions have been given. He advised workers with valid reasons for changing their salary accounts to follow the official procedures provided by the OAGF to ensure smooth transition without payroll disruptions. Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has urged the newly elected chairman of the 13 local government areas in the state to be transparent and accountable in their duties. The 13 LGA chairmen emerged victorious during last Saturday's LG elections held across the state. Speaking during the swearing-in ceremony of the newly elected local government chairman in Lafia, Sule also encouraged them to execute projects and programs that would have a direct impact on the lives of their people at the grassroots. Sule described the election that led to their victory as one of the most transparent and peaceful in the state. The governor further thanked traditional rulers, political leaders, other stakeholders, and the general public for attending the event. Now to foreign news. The United Kingdom is set to see its first increase in university tuition fees in 8 years. The move, expected to come into effect from September 2025, will impact current A-level students applying for university entry. The administration under Prime Minister Keir Starmer is poised to approve this increase, which will be announced by Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson. This adjustment will align tuition fees with the retail price index (RPI) inflation. Tuition fees have been frozen at £9.250 since 2017. While it remains uncertain which specific inflation figures the Labour government will use, matching the current rate will see fees rise to approximately £9,500 next year. Chief Executive of UK Universities Vivienne Stan, who frowned at this development, emphasised the need for immediate government action, saying it will not be allowed to continue. Now, sports. The federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting Nigerians in Libya following a recent ruling by the Confederation of African Football (CAF) against the Libyan Football Association. Spokesperson, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Eche Abobe, who stated this, confirmed that Nigerians in Libya are safe and going about their daily activities without interference. The CAF decision cited Libya for alleged mistreatment of a Nigerian team during a nation's qualifying match. And that's all for the news at 6. Do not drive beyond specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has received the United Kingdom's Foreign Secretary David Lammy in a courtesy call at the State House in Marina, hours after the British envoy arrived in Nigeria in his first trip to Africa to discuss UK's new approach to the continent. The Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, OAGF, has confirmed the activation of the Integrated Payroll and Personal Information System, IPs, for federal tertiary institutions. We also told you that the United Kingdom is set to see its first increase in university tuition fees in 8 years. And in sports, the federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to protecting Nigerians in Libya following a recent ruling by the Confederation of African Football (CAF) against the Libyan Football Association. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adiswa Ejoka. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe.